Alright, welcome to this very first video on this channel on the Elantra N-Line 2023. So we're just taking a quick little ride, and I figured I'd talk about the car since yeah, I've had it for pretty much a year now. So I figured I'd talk about the car, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, that sort of video, how it's been treating me for the year that I've driven it, and yeah, pretty much that. So let's get into it. So I got this car on what was it, January 9th. It was quite the wait for it. Like I think I ordered it in either June, July, and then waited until January until be able to pick it up. So yeah, it was quite a bit of wait for it, but I think it's worth it. It's definitely a fast car compared to a lot of other cars, but it's not it's not like N level fast, which even that some may say is not all that fast. But compared to a normal EcoBox car, it gets the job done, just like your Honda Civic Si would. Right, so the reason why I got the N-Line over the N is fuel economy and cruise control. Well, advanced cruise control. Unfortunately, they don't have it in the N, which doesn't make sense, since even the new model now of the Elantra N does have it. Yet, for whatever reason, they still aren't putting it in on the North American models, which is a bummer, because had that been a feature, then it would make me getting an N way more tempting. But either way, like I said, fuel economy, advanced cruise control, those are the two main. There are like a couple other minor stuff, but basically just that, which really made me want to get the N-Line over the N. I don't do crazy amount of driving, but when I do there are a couple of times which I do have to make a really long trip for work, then I don't want to be spending too much gas, which fortunately I don't have to with the N-Line. Of course, the base model gets even better fuel economy, but still, compared to the N-Line does a really good job. Now, the advanced cruise control, I really like it because it's really, I mean, hey, okay, it's got its flaws too. Don't get me wrong, it's got its flaws. It's not perfect. It's not something you gotta you can super rely on either. You obviously have to keep your focus on the road. It's not like it's on a Tesla or anything like that. If you do want to make it something close to a Tesla, you do need the advanced cruise control on your car, and that's like the basically another software. I forgot what it's called right now. It's a hardware-software combination, which you can buy for your car. But in order to do that, you do need the advanced cruise control on your car. And that's something I was considering, and I was like, okay, hey, if I want to ever, someone make like a Tesla out of my Elantra to get that driving, like let the car drive for me, autonomous driving, then I need to have that feature on the car already. So, I like having options, And by going to N-Line, I do have that option if I want to go make this a car like have autonomous driving enabled in the future, then I can definitely do that. With an N, I would not have that option. And, you know, you can also ask, oh, why would you want to why would you want to have, like, you know, autonomous driving? Why would you want the computer drive the car for you? It's like, you know, you should enjoy driving the car. It's like a fun car to drive. Why would you do that? Yeah, of course. This is also a fun car to drive. But at the same time, I'm not gonna, especially with, like, there's like moments in time where, you know, you're gonna take your car out and have fun driving. And there's also times where, like, you're driving to work, from work to work, whatever, you're tired, you know, whatever it may be, you're in traffic. You don't want to, that's not a moment in time where you want to be having fun driving, like, because a lot of times you can't. Either depending on what's happening on the road, or just physically, you know, you're just not in the mood for it. So it's nice to have that option. So that's basically why I really wanted to have my car have that advanced cruise control. I think there's another word for it. It's probably not called advanced cruise control. I'm blanking out now, but that's basically what it is. So yeah, those are the two primary reasons why I went with the N-Line. It just really dumb, in my opinion, to like go pay more for the N and get, like, you know, like less features with it. You know, there's like also some other small stuff too, like, for example, the e-brake. I like the e-brake, okay? I know there are people who don't like it, and they're like happy that the N retained its manual e-brake, like manual brake, which, you know, is completely fair. But for me, I don't really care for the manual e-brake. I had on my previous, like, Mazda, I had like the manual e-brake, and a lot of times, you know, I just kind of forgot that I had it on, and it was just annoying. Whatever, it is what it is. So at least with the e-brake, it's something that I don't really have to worry too much about it. It gets the job done nonetheless. So, like, why not? Why not have it? It's convenient, you know, and that's what I wanted. You know, I wanted to have a car here, my new car, to be convenient, have a lot of tech, which this Elantra sure definitely does. So we are on the highway here, so we can go into sport mode, and yeah, this car really lives in sport mode, 100%. Way more fun to drive it in sport mode. I mean, like, what car is not fun to drive in sport mode, to be fair? But yeah. Anyways, like I said, I had this car for basically a year now, and what are the issues that I've had with it? What I like about it, what I don't like about it. But yeah, just like, you know, how it looks like inside, you have the ambient lighting, just how the dashboard and like everything, how it looks like. I did not like it. It like in the old other cars. I thought it looked outdated in the other cars. Well, here, it's awesome. I like it. So that's like one of the reasons why I also wanted to go for like the Elantra CN7 and the N-Line. I like the red stitching and all that. It really goes with the black and red theming, which not crazy about the blue, the black and the blue on the N, and you know, you don't really get any of that on the base model. So the N-Line really fit in that respect for me. Just showing a bit of the, like I said, advanced cruise control. You know, the car will be driving in a straight line and be moving around those corners when needed, turning. And if the car in front of you will be stopping or slowing down, then, you know, advanced cruise control will do that as well for you. And if that car stops, then you will stop as well. So, you know, you don't really have to worry too much. Like I said, it's nice. Is it necessary to have? No. But if you do want to have the option of autonomous driving in the future, then, you know, it's then it is necessary to have. But yeah, I spoke a lot about the good parts about this car and everything, but what about the bad parts? So I think I only had one negative, I only have one negative thing to say about this car, and that is after my first oil change, there was like a little oil leak that was happening, and it was like something with like one of the oil gaskets or something was not, I don't know, so it was something with that. It was like the factory oil gasket. It wasn't either broke or didn't fully close, something like that. I don't remember anymore, but it was a bit of an inconvenience having to go back to the dealer and getting that taken care of. But yeah, other than having to wait at the dealer for quite a bit, I haven't had any issues to speak of with this car at all. And yeah, that also goes into the whole, okay, see the car is slowing down in front of me. I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching the, like, you know, the wheel. Like I'm just gonna push it right there. Just because it does take a little bit to accelerate, and you know, if there's like no cars around you, then sure. But if there are other cars, then, you know, don't want to be a dick and be driving slow. So sometimes you gotta accelerate for the car. But yeah, reliability wise, that's like, you know, the whole thing when people think about, like, you know, Hyundais, Kias, how's the reliability like? Well, considering I've only had this car for, like I said, a year, that's not, I can't really be answering a question like that. But it is, like I said, I've only had one issue, and that one issue was like, you know, something super minor. I did not have any other problems, like no rattling or anything like that. No, nothing is with the transmission. No issues whatsoever. And I think it also comes to play with where the car was made. Like, you know, in Canada, we get our Hyundais straight from Korea. And in the US, a lot of those Hyundais are made in, you know, the Hyundai manufacturing facility in, I think it is Alabama or somewhere south in the US. But yeah, and I've noticed that the car, like the quality, like especially looking through online, and when a lot of people are making complaints about their cars, it turned out that like their cars were made in the U.S., not in Korea, and it just seems that like the quality of cars, it's just not it's not the same when compared to a car built in the U.S. and a car built in Korea. So since mine was built in Korea, the quality of it, I'd say, is a bit better than American made car. Well, Korean made car in the U.S. That's what I mean. It's not a Ford or anything like that. But not only that we, like us Canadians, get a bit more features, a bit more bang for our buck with our N-Line, which does have a bit more features than the American counterpart. But yeah, I'd say like the quality is also better too. Like I've already noticed that online when looking that people in the States with their N-Lines experience more like issues already in their first year of owning their car than I have. So I don't know what's up with that. It is a bit weird, but it is what it is. Or maybe that's just something when I noticed. I don't know. But like I said, having only owned the car for a year, can't really speak too much about reliability, but it has been great. I don't have any issues with any problems to mention about the car. It's been fantastic so far, and hope it continues that way for going into the future. You know, I do plan on having this car for quite some time. I'm gonna hold on to this car for, I could see myself holding on to it for like, let's say 5 years or so, and then switch to something better. Or if something better comes out before then yeah, I would go with that too. Like let's say a new Elantra N comes out and it has advanced cruise control, other cool features, even faster than like, because I think they're talking about like the new 2.5 turbo liter engine being a thing. So if that's the case, and you know, has more features and all that, then yeah, why not to get that if you know, if the opportunity arises. So for sure. But again, I don't want to be changing the topic too much. We're talking about the Elantra N-Line. It's a fine car. I love it. If you're thinking of, let's say, you know, wanting to get an Civic Si, but you don't really want a manual for your daily, and you want more features, and you also want a little bit more space, more better looking interior, which in my opinion it is, and also not have to pay as much for all of that, then yeah, the N-Line is definitely the choice for that. Another thing that people who will consider getting the N-Line have to think about is it's got a DCT transmission, which is not, you know, it's definitely not the same as like, you know, a straight up automatic, but I think some people make too much of a deal about the DCT. There's like certain things you can't do with the DCT transmission and whatnot, and overall, I think it's just from what I noticed from going from like an automatic to DCT, the main issue is that, like, you know, you got to get used to some of the jerkiness that comes with a DCT transmission. You know, it's not just like, oh, it's just like it's an Elantra N-Line issue. The jerkiness, like, I don't like this jerkiness, so I'm gonna like get rid of the N-Line and go for another DCT, like a Honda DCT or whatever, if that's a thing. You're like, no, that's not it. Like, jerkiness in DCT, it's just part of the DCT transmission. So if you've got an issue with that, then some roadkill, then you may want to reconsider getting like the N-Line or any DCT in general. But again, I don't want to be making a big deal about the jerkiness. It is there, but it's not that bad. Like, I remember when I was reading up on the getting an N-Line and about the DCT transmission, people would mention that as a con, and they're making it out to be bigger than it is. It's not that bad. Fuel economy wise, like I said, the car is great. It's not going to be, you're not going to be getting the same, you know, fuel economy as like a base Elantra or like a hybrid or anything like that. No, you're not. But you're still going to be getting way better than what you get in an N or in a lot of other cars. Like, this is, like, the fuel economy here I get is way better than my old like Mazda 3. So that already was a plus, an upgrade for me in that respect. So, and you know, you get way more power. Way better car overall. So yeah, what's there to complain about? I know I'm rambling on about all of this. This is not the most organized video ever or anything like that, but yeah, just talking about my experience with the car. If you're thinking about getting an N-Line, which at this point you're most likely going to be getting, you're looking at like a 2024 N-Line. This is a 2023 N-Line, which is pretty much the same car, aside from some like exterior changes. Like, interior wise, it still looks exactly the same. You even get actually some USB ports in the back, which is nice. I think it's USB, right? Or is it just air vent? I don't know. But either way, that's the only real like upgrade interior wise in the 24 model. But really, the 24 model, which is different from this, is just like exterior. It's very, very, it's quite different when you compare with this one. And you know, some people like it, others don't. I don't mind it, but I much prefer the 23 model, which I'm glad I got the 23 model over the 24 model. Hey, if I got the 24 model N-Line, I wouldn't be mad about it. But yeah, if I have the choice, then I'd get the 23, which I'm glad I did. I'm happy. So yeah, guys, that will do it for this video. There's really not much else to speak of. The car is what it is. It's fun. I enjoy it. I don't regret purchasing whatsoever. Definitely an upgrade over what I had before. And it just a fantastic purchase. You get especially the Canadian version. You get like the best bang for your buck. Superb car. And hopefully it stays that way. I'll probably try to make like another update video review on, let's say, after owning it another year and seeing, you know, if things stay that way. But yeah, it's been great so far. I don't want that to change, and we shall see. But yeah, that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys on the next video on this channel. Maybe we'll be going a little look around the car, talking about the mods I've made and so on and so forth. Because I did make a few mods on this car. Not doing a video on that right now because the car is dirty. It's December. I gotta wash the car first before doing a video on that. But yeah, I gotta end this video. I keep talking on, rambling on and on. That'll do it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one.